A forfeit loss avoided here in the nick of time as we jump into the 2v2. The first kickoff gonna be met in the midfield, and it's gonna be back over to Jeffro deep in the orange side in the corner. It's gonna try to take it towards mid. Ross already setting up towards middle, but just waits a little too long, and Jeffro gets it over to the corner. Savage does manage to get it past, but it's going straight down in front of the goal, and Ross isn't able to connect. Jeffro to try to chase. He does stop it, stalls it towards the wall, but the follow-through's there, and G Squared trying to just get themselves straight back into this as fast as they can. Ross hits it over off the back wall. It's over to the right, and now starting to travel this upfield, but Savage Oia trying just to get this ball on goal, not quite able to do it as Zyko to clear it away. A shot to the far of the right goal, but it's going to be a follow-through that's there for Ross. A double commit on the TMG network side is going to open up the goal for the first blood goal of the match as Real Life Ross takes it for G Squared. You can see here it's going to be G Squared represented by Real Life Ross and Savage Oia. Meanwhile, TMG Network sitting on Zyko and Jeffro, looking to bite back. Savage, tries to get the early kickoff, but isn't able to connect, so now Jeffro, with full boost and basically the whole blue end to play with, slows down a bit to try to outplay the defender and gets it past Ross, but can't get it past Savage. It's over in front of the goal, a touch away, a followed up pass, but it's not quite beating it into the orange end, as it's going to be Ross forced into the corner up here against Jeffro. It's back over to Zyko, who is going to kill it, and now starting to travel this up mid. It's off the wall, back down into the corner, and this could bounce towards a center, but it's going to have to be Savage Oia to try to make something happen. Tries to get a little bit zealous over on the ramp, but isn't able to get anything quite towards the goal. So turning it around in the midfield, Jeffro to follow it through. A lobber over to the left of the goal, and Savage has to clear that towards the corner. Being touched back mid, Ross to clear it away, and it's a booming shot towards goal. It's not quite on, but it's close enough, so Zyko forced to play with this, met in the corner, and now trying to get a pressure, and Ross not quite able to connect onto the touch. Zyko following through, and now it's only a 2v1 here for the blue side. The spawn comes through, so luckily Ross is going to be there to try to help out, and it's a shot on net, not able to be denied there. Jeffro snipes it right past Savage Oia, and Ross is nowhere to be found to defend that ball. He was up on the ceiling. No way he could have got back in time, so Jeffro taking a good opportunity to seal up the equalizing goal 2 minutes in. Savage gets met by Zyko in the midfield, and Ross can't prevent the shot. Zyko biting back immediately, gets himself a goal for the trouble, even off his own kickoff, just doing absolutely everything to get that second goal and biting back immediately with a goal to put them in the lead. TMG Network tired of being down in a negative win-loss record in IGL. They want to bite back and equalize up their standings. Savage Oia not going to get themselves back equalized in this game yet, though, as the shot doesn't quite rain through, and the missed follow-through from Ross is going to force Savage to stay in this orange end. Goes for a little bit of a shot. It's not going to be on. Jeffro to tap it to the corner. A center into mid. Savage opens up a shot, but Zyko saves. Jeffro also on the wall to try to save that one, but not needed, as now the push towards mid begins. Ross getting into the corner. Jeffro's already here, trying to follow this up the wall. It's a touch towards mid, pinched off a blue member, but Savage back into the orange end, back into this corner. A touch from Zyko doesn't quite go where he wants, but the pinch ends up going mid, so this could be an easy boom, and it is. It's downfield, it's over towards the goal, and absolutely nobody can shut down a second goal on the board for Zyko, and a second goal into the lead for TMG Network. G Squared get the opener, but have been completely flummoxed on the offense since then. No shots on the net, and TMG Network getting up to a 2-goal lead. A follow through mid. Ross is there, but Jeffro is as well. The save there for the orange side. Going to be hit towards goal. An easy save from Savage Oia, and Ross trying to deny any sort of hit from Zyko, but ends up pinching it with him over into the corner. Savage tries to touch it away, but just ends up killing it back towards this wall, and now Jeffro following through, isn't quite able to redirect it on, but it's back to Zyko. Goes back, gets some boost. Savage Oia trying to follow this up mid, and Zyko knows he's got a lot of room, a lot of time. Goes for a slow shot into the corner. Doesn't quite pay off, and Ross denying absolutely everything from him. Back over to Jeffro. A shot on net, a forced save from Savage Awea. It's there. Follow through from Jeffro, not able to finish it off. Zyko back up the wall, over to mid. Ross killing it back over into the orange end. Only 80 seconds left to get 2 goals and get themselves back into this one. Savage tries to follow it through, but not able to redirect it on net. Jeffro to retake control. One just missing, and Ross is able to keep that ball in blue possession. 68 seconds. It's Zyko up on the corner, trying to get it out, but not needed. Jeffro booms it along the wall. It's back into the corner, though, is Ross not letting it out of the orange half and pressuring off with a forced demo is going to make the orange side members get out a goal. He's just pressuring, getting his car in front of the enemy cars, but it's just not allowing anything to happen. Not even allowed the boost there, is now Jeffro looking to deny yet another shot, and he does. A nice try from Savage Awea, but it's just not working out. Zyko going up mid, takes control of the ball. Savage gets a touch, gets it into the corner. 30 seconds, it's still doable, but they need to score now. It's back to Savage, takes the ball to the corner. Does get a pinch, but Jeffro's already there and he reads it. It's back mid. Zyko pinches it off of Ross to get it back in the corner. The 50's just going the way of TMG Network, and it's going to be an open ball. Zyko just a touch on it to deny it towards the wall, and with 10 seconds left, it's looking very, very unlikely. And with that boomer, it will be secured. The first game going the way of TMG Network. G Squared bite first, but they cannot bite big enough. So TMG Network, the Orange Boys here, going to be going up 1-0 in the best of 5. Currently with a lead, but will G Squared be able to bite back? Or are we going to see TMG Network put themselves within 1 of the victory? Not much downtime here in the match as we're jumping immediately into Game 2. Gonna be the same 4 gentlemen we got so acquainted with in Game 1. And let's see if G Squared can bite back and take themselves another one to get it back to 1-1. Jeffro gonna be going up mid to try to meet off against Ross, and it's one out by Jeffro. It's over onto the wall. Savage not quite able to read that lie, and it's gonna bounce off the backboard. It's over Zyko, actually, and he's forced to kill it low. Has to try to keep this off the goal, and Savage taking control, doesn't flick it on. It's over to the corner, now up to the wall, and Ross just trying to keep this bouncing over towards the orange net. It's not going to quite work out, and now booming it downfield. Savage Awea isn't going to be able to get anywhere close to that, and Jeffro once again sees an open net and takes full advantage, getting it straight past Ross and in to the goal. 24 seconds are all that's needed for TMG to put the first one on the board. And G Squared forced into a scenario where they need to fight back again. They weren't able to do it Game 1, but they've had plenty of time to warm up, and we saw some moments of brilliance that just didn't pay off. We're going to see if this does work out, and Jeffro, barely a save, but it's there. Gets it over mid. Ross does meet up with it. He taps it over one, but it's still in the blue corner. Zephyro trying to follow this up. I say Zephyro, but it's Zekro, and he's trying to get himself in front of the ball. Zyko, sorry, and now he's trying to get himself mid. Gets over to the ball, hits it back towards the right wall, and it's going to be bouncing towards the corner. Ross touches it mid, but Jeffro's already there, and Jeffro trying just to follow this up. Zyko waiting for him mid. It's going to center over, but it's a touch from Ross to deny. Zyko was trying to follow that ball fast, so it's going to have to be a one-man defense, and Jeffro, with no touch on the ball, is going to allow a shot to come through, but a shot wide. The counterattack real though, and Zyko already pushing this ball into the corner. It's gonna have to be Ross to save. He's on the backboard. He doesn't need to make a save though, as nothing comes through from Jeffro quite yet. It goes over towards mid, pinched back onto the orange side. 3.5 minutes left. It's a lobber into the goal. It has to be a save, and Zyko's there to make it. It's back to the wall, back up with Zyko, and he's trying to hit the shot on, but Ross to deny. Real life Ross not allowing anything to come through here to allow allow a second goal. Savageawea to follow. Gets it onto the wall. It's going to be stopped in the blue corner again, and Zyko just trying to fall back. Tries to look and see if he can get a little bit of a bump, but he's not able to, and this ball is now free. It's a shot over towards the orange net if they want one. The blue net, sorry. And Zyko going to try to follow it as fast as he can. It's going to be a stop towards the corner. Back up to the wall, to the ceiling. It's centering mid. Zyko has to deny this shot, and he does. It's going to be denied. Savageawea not able to capitalize off the goal, and we're almost at the halftime mark with TMG Networks still leading 1-0. Savageawea, though, a potential center in front of the goal. It's there, but it's saved. Such a fast save. Just nothing being allowed here from either side since that first goal. And with 2 minutes and a half left, it's G squared that's forced to play up and try to fight back into this one. Savageawea, though, what a beautiful pre-flip. Reads the pass from his teammate, gets a pre-flip, and directly over the last defender gets the equalizer. Straight into the center of the net. A very nice little free flip to just seal up a very needed equalizer after 2 minutes of nothing from either team. It's going to be stopped towards mid, and it's going to just lie there for a second as boost just being recovered by every player. Touched out by Jeffro, though, so the slow play does allow somewhat of an offense. It's going to be touched towards mid. Jeffro, a crucial save as Savageawea just sneaks that one by Zyko. It's going to be up the midfield, but no boost onto Zyko. He has to try to play this one slow, and he's just not able to beat out the boosted defenders on the blue side. It's going to be a shot. Not quite on. Real Life Ross, though, trying to line it up. Going to get met by Jeffro in the 50 into the corner. Trying to follow it through again, gets it back off the corner, but Savageawea, a shot on, and Zyko has to save. It's going to be saved, though, yet again, and now bumping right back into the orange end. Ross with a flick, forcing Jeffro into the action, but the follow-through not there for either blue side attacker, so it's going to be back into the blue end yet again. No boost on Zyko yet again, though, and the ball killing mid. Savageawea with control, and he's past every single defender, and the second goal on the board for Savageawea. For the first time in the series, they go down a goal and bite their way back into the action, but with 82 seconds left, there's plenty of time for TMG Network to try to equalize it themselves. Ross going to be meeting up against Jeffro in the midfield again, and it's actually going to go onto the orange side. Savageawea fast on this ball. It's going to center towards mid. It's actually a near shot, but Zyko has to clear that towards the corner. It's past two, but Savageawea has to get back, and he is able to get back in time to be his own third man. Manages to deny a shot. Zyko now has to try to deny Ross's, and it's a pass over to the corner. Savage trying to set this back up for his teammate. He does, but it's a little bit too far forward, and it's actually a rolling shot on, so it has to be killed to the corner. Back over past the defenders. It's a shot near the goal, but not on, and it's touched back to the corner. Ross trying to read here against whatever Jeffro's doing, and the fake from Savage is going to throw off Zyko a bit, but it's still not a shot on, and Savage can't follow. It's back to the corner. Touched over mid. Jeffro has to play this, and he does, but it's pinched off Ross and back into the orange end. Stopped on Zyko. He needs to try to score here. He's trying to do it all himself, and Jeffro forced to go up and kill a ball, but it's passed straight down to Savageawea, and Zyko to carry it to the other side of the field. A beautiful double to get it off of the defender. The clear denied. 8 seconds, 7. The time ticking ever so more down, and Ross, the last man back, they have to get it past him, and they just can't do it. Zyko, the time expired, and they're just going to have to try to win it back in game 3 as G Squared bites back with their own on the board. Less convincing fashion than TMG's, but to get the game right after a loss is still an impressive feat, especially with 7 shots on net. A very offensive game from them there to try to fight back into this one. We'll be jumping into game 3, where after G Squared taking back a game, it will be 1-1, anybody's match. 2 games to either team necessary to take the win. And we're going to see who will be sitting on that match point for the last 1 to potentially 2 games. Zyko takes the control mid, has to try to outplay Savageaway, and he does win it past, but he's not able to redirect it on net. So taking it back to the corner, isn't able to grab the boost out of the corner, unfortunately. The turn just a little bit too tight, and Savageaway forced off mid with no boost, but does manage to force out a 50 against Jeffro, and now even denying his shot again, so the shot going directly in front of the blue goal. Savageaway already on this, not able to hit it in. Zyko to follow it through. Ross kills it to the corner. That's going to be centering towards mid. Savage is already setting up and does get the demo. Nobody back to defend this, and real life Ross, with no defenders and all the time in the world, is going to finish off the first goal. A nice little demo there from Savageaway, or actually it might have been from Ross onto that defender. And now, within the first minute, we've seen another goal scored. Jeffro actually seeming to have some issues, not moving on the pitch, and this could be disastrous. I don't know exactly what's going on. It is live. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. Once the game's started by IGL rules, it does have to finish. So, so far, it's going to be G squared. I guess they're just playing it out, being some good sportsmen, and allowing Jeffro to try to come back. Not going to try to take advantage of the 2v1, but the time is going to tick away, and that will start to go at TMG Network. So it's going to be 3 minutes 30 left, and it will be the G squared side once again regaining control. Oh, it's going to be passed back over to TMG, and now the good sportsmanship. Let's see if it will be rewarded. Savage actually tapping it back at his own net, and it's going to be set up beautifully for TMG Network, and a crucial hit from Ross to deny a goal. It's going to go straight into the corner, the orange corner, Jeffro to catch, and now it's going to be going straight back off the wall. Ross to take it. Zero boost on Savage, so just trying to set this up. But Zyko is able to win out, gets the ball deep into the blue end, back into the corner, and Ross forced to play back. It's a center across, but not there for Zekro, and now for Sorry, it's going to be back onto Savageaway. Zyko not there, trying to get back onto the wall. Can't quite find anything to do with this Savageaway, so ends up giving it to Ross. Doesn't get the connection. A nice little play past him from Jeffro, and now 14 seconds to go. Zyko in the corner. Sorry, 14 seconds to go into this half, as we're about to hit the half-point mark. 2.5 minutes. Zyko gets it downfield over towards the right wall. It's going to be to Jeffro. It's going to be pinched back towards mid, and it's just a back and forth battle in the midfield right now. Nobody allowing any shots at the goal, and it seems like nobody is just sure what they want to do. They just seem to be wanting to do some sort of demo plays, some sort of dribble plays, and nothing's being allowed. Just nobody able to keep the ball in their car. It is kind of a risky play to keep both of your players that far into the other team's goal, just because, of course, any sort of booming clear would almost certainly be a goal for the orange side, and Jeffro so close just to getting it all himself. He's going to hit it back mid. Ross forced to clear, and it's actually Savageaway isn't going to be able to hit that crucial open net goal. Ross to follow, but he can't get it in either. It's off the backboard. Going to go to Savageaway, and that one will go in. No saves made from TMG Network, and G squared bite back to go up 2-0 in the series. The sportsmanship awarded, and nobody going to be able to stop them. They allow the controller to be reconnected, and even then still get the win. And that's what good sportsmen do. They're able to play the game at high levels while still being courteous to their opponents. It's going to be hit down towards mid. Ross not able to hit any sort of clear, so Jeffro with an attacking opportunity. 86 seconds left in the game, so they have to try to make something happen to get themselves back within one of the equalizer. Jeffro kills it to the corner. Zyko just trying to see if he can set something up, a dribble play, but it's, well, again, not going to work out. These dribbles just not coming through for anybody. Savage does get it to the corner, starts to hit it over mid. It's a center, and it's actually another hit from him. He's going to be able to replay this off the wall, and he's centering it mid. Can't quite get it far enough left, so it will go right side, but Zyko with a missed connection is going to force it to Jeffro, and that follow through from Ross almost close to being beautiful. It's a little too high, doesn't quite center for his teammate, and now Jeffro to touch it away. Back towards mid, Zyko gets it in the corner. It's going to be going up the wall, and now trying just to travel it up mid. Another attempted dribble play, and another one denied. Going to be a follow-through denied as well, and now the ball just bouncing towards the orange goal. It's a forced save from Zyko. 0 boost still for him, and the ball just too far out mid. Can't quite get there in time. Jeffro to catch. Can maybe try to set something up, but all he manages to do is hit it straight up vertically, and Zyko just can't find any way to redirect that in. So with 12 seconds left, and the ball just bouncing towards the orange goal, Ross just gonna have to kill this one, as it looks like G Squared will be going up 2-1 and sitting within 1 game of their 3rd win of IGL. So the blue team gonna get their 2nd on the board. They've won 2 in a row. Can they make it 3, or will TMG Network bite back? Loading now into game 4 of what could be the final game of the series. It's G Squared leading 2-1 as they are in IGL Fall 2020 at the moment. Looking to get themselves up to a 3rd win. Will they be able to do it? It's going to be real life for us to meet against Zyko in the midfield. Savage Awea already there to catch that kickoff. Trying to hit it over mid, doesn't quite get the connection, isn't quite able to block Jeffro, so the shot being immediately turned towards the blue goal, but Savage so fast, already on that ball. Zyko to kill it towards the wall. Savage does try to follow that through, isn't quite able to get the connection, but Ross there to help him. It's going to be a touchback to the corner from Jeffro, and just trying to shut Savage Awea out of this, but he can't. It's going to be a hit back over mid and back to the other corner. Jeffro to take it. Back up the wall, though. Ross with 1 boost, but he is going to be able to direct himself under the ball. It's just a pass mid, but he gets the bump on Zyko, and that denies a shot. It's Savage Awea on the ball, hits it mid, but it's going to be killed back to the right wall. Going to be trying to follow this up. Real life Ross does get a boom downfield, and now trying to get this up onto the goal, and it's a hit from Savage Awea and a bump from Zyko to secure the 1st goal within 52. And you can see Jeffro does get the touch. Real life Ross with a little bit of a lucky redirection does manage to get it back to his teammate, and you can see just bumps Zyko out of the way, and G Squared going to be able to sit themselves up 1-0 with 4 minutes to go. Savage met by Jeffro in the midfield. Ross already here, and the flip going to reward him. He gets there in time, does have a potential shot at centering this up, but it's not going to work out as Zyko gets it over to Jeffro. It's back up to the corner. It's going to be hit off as well, off a bump, so Savage tries to follow this through. It's still going to be one out by Zyko, over to the midfield, and now Jeffro to follow it through. Real life Ross turns, gets it to the wall. Jeffro just waiting in the midfield, doesn't want to allow any shots towards goal themselves, don't want to allow a 2-0 lead, but Savage Awea just booming it absolutely all the way down, and it's a shot, denied. Gonna be Ross, the last man back, trying to deny an equalizer. And the boom comes through. Jeffro, he's there for the shot. Savage redirects it straight to Ross, and it's a shot denied. Back up the field. Savage trying to get this over for his teammate, but no boost, and he's not on target. Ross touching it back to the corner. Jeffro already there, and he's killing it mid, but Ross so fast does get a touch on the ball. Zyko just trying to pressure him, and the pressure will work out. It's going to be Savage forced to make a bat flip clear, and actually manages to follow that one through. Jeffro, though, a nice little lobbing touch over every defender, and the game gonna be equalized just before the halftime mark. What a nice little touch there, denying that clear from Ross right at the end to get the equalizer on board, and TMG Network still alive in the game. It's going to be Jeffro up against Savage Awea. It's met on the wall, and Ross going to be forced into a center, and it's actually a center over towards the midfield. Jeffro gets it onto the wall. Ross hits it down. It's back over to Savage Awea, and now to the other wall. Savage forced into a 50 against Zyko and actually beats him to it. It's going to go into the corner, tapped back down towards mid with 0 boost. He's still going to be able to take it. Back up to the wall, up to the ramp, gets the pre-flip. It's over to Zyko, who tries to redirect it in. It's just a little too high. Back to Savage Ouya. Tries to get it off this ramp. It's touched out from Ross. The pinch comes through, but the save as well. Zyko back in the net. It's going to be a turn here from Ross to try to refight this, and Jeffro just allowing Zyko to take it upfield. The pinch comes through. It's back over to the left wall. Jeffro's here, but he gets caught off guard a bit, and Savage able to hit it into the corner. It's going to go to Ross. Bounces back down to the right wall. Zyko already on this. Savage already on it, and it's booms just straight back, and you can see just not allowing any possession for either team on either side. Savage, though, with the demo onto Jeffro, going to weaken the offense. And it will open up Ross to start booming this downfield. Jeffro with a missed touch as well opens up the goal, and Ross not able to redirect it in. Zyko is just there in time, denies the shot. It's going to be a touch over Savage as well as Zyko gets it back into the blue end, but with zero boost he has to outplay Ross, and he just can't win in the air. Jeffro touches it mid. Savage to try to beat him, but it's a 50 that goes the orange way, and it's going to go straight towards the goal. Ross there to save, and he gets it to the crossbar but doesn't get it out. As with 80 seconds left on the game, TMG Network go up 2-1 with a 1-goal lead. 80 seconds exactly left on the clock, and we're going to be separated by 1. G-Square need to get 1 to get into OT. Otherwise, TMG currently sitting at a regulation win. Jeffro trying to fight it against Savage, and the delay does allow him to keep the ball in contention, but doesn't allow him to get it towards the net. It's going to be hit over towards left side, and now Jeffro follows up, is going to read out Savage Ouya's shot. It's off the backboard. A potential double touch isn't followed through, and Ross to clear it away. Savage in the midfield, so if Ross can get a pass, it could be potentially huge for an equalizer, but it's back downfield. Ross can't manage to get it past the defender, and Zyko just to keep this ball in the blue end. It's a pass up to his teammate, and a shot that Jeffro won't miss. A nice pass off the backboard goes into a beautiful aerial goal, just one that neither of the defenders was expecting, or really, quite frankly, able to get to. A beautifully placed shot with 43 seconds left, going to give TMG Network a 2-goal lead. Will we be able to see some fast shots come out to get back into this from G-Squared? They're trying to fight back in, but it's just being pinched downfield, and the offense just seems like it's going TMG Network's way in every situation. The shots coming through, the passes coming through, and right now, nothing can be found on the G-Squared side that opens up the defense. They say that the best defense is a good offense. And we're seeing that Savage booming this downfield is going to start opening it up. Bump comes through to allow the steal, and Zyko, you thought he was going to do that one all himself, but ends up just passing it away, as with 3 seconds to go, we will see a game fought. Very well played from TMG Network to bite back. They get themselves within 1, and we will now go into one more game, a tie-breaker to see who takes the best of 5 in this series. Will it be G-Squared, the 2-1 team looking just to get themselves easily into the playoffs and up 3-1 in IGL, or will we see TMG Network equalize their own IGL standings as they look to go up 2-2? We're waiting on Zyko, and as soon as he readies up, we'll hop into Game 5. The player is going to be hopping into the server for the last time of the night. 1 game to decide winner and the loser. Ross going to give that ball straight up to Jeffro at the start, but it goes straight back to his teammate, Savage, to catch it, and also catch it off Zyko's clear, but Jeffro's there to boom it. It's a lob towards the goal, a bump from Zyko onto Savage, and that's going to be just what Jeffro needs to carry that ball directly into the goal. Jeffro takes full control of this, and Zyko sees that Savage is the only one that can possibly get back, so just bumps him out of the way and allows Jeffro to travel it up mid and just secure an easy goal right off the bat. 12 seconds in, and G-Squared already playing down by 1. Savage Ouya gets the ball onto the wall, and Jeffro back over to mid. It's going to center up for Zyko, and he doesn't miss those. And what are we seeing out of TMG Network? It is a dominating show so far in the first 20 seconds. Both kickoffs going their way, and just nothing that G-Squared can do to deny them. plenty of Rocket League to play, so plenty of time to fight back in, but TMG Network gonna feel plenty confident after getting some early wins like that, and especially after getting a kickoff like that deep into the blue end. Ross takes it onto his car, tries to fight it against Zyko, and does actually kill it mid enough that he's forced to fall off, but Jeffro's there, pressuring, doesn't win out against Ross, but does manage to cause enough of a scene, but Savage Awea sinks one from the midfield line to secure a goal for G Squared. And we said they needed two, and the beautiful pass from Ross finds the only opening he had, gets it straight to his teammate, and Savage Awea not missing either. 1-2. So with 38 seconds expired, it's already 3 goals on the board, much different than what we've been seeing this series. Real life Ross forced into a 50, does manage to read out Zyko's hit and does hit it over towards the wall, but it's going to be hit back into the corner, and Ross just trying to center this up for his teammate. A forced 50 is going to give it back towards the blue side and mid, but Zyko already there to follow through. Savage Awea not able to sneak it by again in the center. Off the corner, it's bouncing mid. Jeffro not quite sure where this ball's going, not quite sure who's going to hit it, but Zyko's there to follow, and it's back up the backboard. It's over to Savage Awea, and Ross forced to 50 it against Zyko to save. Savage Awea waiting in the goal. Jeffro getting bumped by Zyko on the approach, and that's going to deny any sort of a goal there for the TMG Network side. A win out, though, in the midfield is going to center this ball. It's back over towards the orange goal, but Jeffro flicking it past Savage Awea. Ross is contesting, and he does get it to the corner, but he has to play this out now, and a bounce off the ramp will allow a shot on, but it's denied by Jeffro. 3 minutes to go, 1 goal, all that's separating them. Zyko looking to change that as he goes up for a shot, but real life Ross not going to allow it to come through, kills it to the corner. Savage to replay, dribbles the ball up onto his car, now looking for a flick towards the goal, but Jeffro to touch it mid. Savage already following this, and it has to be another save. Jeffro just barely able to get there, but Zyko's the one to get the save in the end. Jeffro has to try to watch for any sort of ball that's sneaking in under the crossbar, and it's a risky one, but it is going to be fully cleared away from the TMG Network side. 2 minutes have elapsed, but they are still leading by 1. They have seen no further goals since the first 20 seconds, but G Squared have brought it to a 1-goal game. They need 1 more to get themselves an OT secured, and they are trying their best. It's a center from Ross, and Zyko can't hit the clear, but nobody's there to follow it, but it's another center mid, and Ross is doing absolutely everything he can to set Savage Awea up, and the shot finally comes through. And that one was just Ross sitting in front of the goal for a solid 10 seconds, hitting it past every defender to drop a center for his teammate, and it finally comes through. 8 seconds into the second half, and we see an equalized game. 1 goal to get a lead for either team, as now Savage Awea on the half-field line over in the orange end, going to get bumped away by Jeffro to open up Zyko in this deep blue. It's going to be Ross traveling it across goal, and Jeffro attempting a steal, but isn't able to win out, and Ross forced to play it away. It's onto the wall. Now it's to Zyko, who does have to turn and try to get back into this, and it's going to be pinched back down mid, so Ross follows it, doesn't get it quite on net. Savage Awea tries to, and it's a 50, forcing it mid. Traveling this ball back up the field, it's pinched back over off the backboard, and Jeffro to touch it over to the right wall. Going to be a demo onto Ross, so the offense a little weakened. But Savage Awea tries to do it himself. He touches it mid. Jeffro's already on this. Gets a light touch, and Ross able to get a light one of his own. A lobber back to the corner, and a double touch over both defenders. Savage Awea opening up the offense once again for the blue side. And Jeffro doing everything he can to shut it back down. The 50 denies it, and now 75 seconds left to go. 1 goal still all that either team needs to fight back in, and Zyko not able to get a touch. Ross just trying to play it off him, isn't able to get a touch either. So Savage knows he has some time, gets it a flick past 1. There's 1 defender left. It's a 2v1. It's a pass past Zyko, but Ross can't get there to get the shot on net. It's 55 seconds left. Savage Awea playing this up mid, gets it over to Jeffro, who's now just trying to get it past Ross, and Savage forced to save back to the corner. Zyko on it. It's going going to be Zyko in a 50 against Savage, and he does win it out. It's past both, actually, as Ross forced to fall back to the goal to defend, and Zyko back off the corner. Touches it mid. Jeffro's already there, but he doesn't get the connection. And now Savage Awea catches it off the backboard, starts trying to travel it back up himself, and it's back over to Zyko. It's just back and forth action non-stop, and finally the ball blooms down in front of this blue goal, but the orange side not able to connect yet again, and it's back in front of the orange goal this time. Savage Awea takes the ball into the corner. He's doing everything he can to try to get out of his own end and get the shot on net, but so is Jeffro. It's over to the wall, it's over past Ross, but once again nobody can come through with the connection, and it's going to be one final shot, one final play as Ross flicks it past one. It's going towards the goal, but it's going to be denied. And with 2-2 as our scoreline, both in the game and in the series, we will see overtime. Golden goal to finish it off. Zyko, a hit pass, but it goes towards his own goal. Savage Awea set up, forced to make a shot, but Jeffro forced to make a save, and it's just not there for the blue side. G Squared have to try to play this out yet again, and an absolutely beautiful scoring opportunity is squandered. Savage Awea tries to kill this out of his own end, but it's forced back to Ross, who can only touch it back to him. So it's going to be touched mid. Jeffro trying to get the ball off Zyko, and the miscommunication going to cost him. It's going to be a touchback, and Savage Awea forced to kill it mid. Ross to follow it through, and that's a booming shot towards goal. And Ross, to finish the game off, gets it past the one defender that matters. Jeffro, just the last man back, and can't deny him. So with 40 seconds into overtime, G Squared will be your champions 3-2 of this match.